In my never-ending quest to find the greatest intros across all forms of entertainment, I've stumbled upon a gem nestled within the world of children's television, Bluey. Now, let's be honest here, there are very few shows that manage to captivate both kids and adults alike. It takes real talent to craft something that resonates across generations. For me, as a kid, that magic came from the early seasons of SpongeBob SquarePants, but now as a parent, Bluey has taken up that mantle. This show is packed with clever humor, heartfelt moments, and genuinely meaningful messages, all wrapped up in a bright, playful package that somehow never talks down to its audience. I could easily spend an entire video praising the brilliance of Bluey as a whole, but that's not why we're here today. Today, we're zooming in on the intro, that short but mighty opening sequence we see before every single episode. Does it stand the test of time? Or does it wear out its welcome after the 10th repeat? Is this intro a must-watch masterpiece, or is it a skip button waiting to happen? Well, to figure that out, we'll be breaking things down into 3 categories: the music, the storytelling, and how captivating the intro is as a whole. Each category will be scored out of 10, and once we tally those up, we'll get an overall score. And of course, if there's something truly exceptional or something that just doesn't quite fit, we'll be adding bonus points or subtracting them. So go ahead, sit back, relax, maybe tuck the kids into bed, and enjoy another Too True SMEG review. As always, let's kick things off with the music. Now, let's be honest here, what would this intro be without the music? The answer? Not much. In a brief 25-second sequence, the music has to carry a lot of weight. It needs to be nearly perfect to instantly grab the audience's attention and set the tone for the show. Thankfully, Bluey delivers a playful, upbeat jingle that perfectly matches the spirit of the show. If we were scoring purely on how well the music captures the theme and personality of Bluey, it'd be a solid 10 out of 10. But we also have to consider entertainment value and staying power. Is it catchy enough to enjoy on repeat, or does it wear thin after a few episodes? Well, this theme has become iconic for Bluey fans. It's catchy, easy to hum or whistle, and instantly recognizable. You hear it, you know exactly what show is about to start. That's no small feat. However, while it's undeniably memorable, it's also incredibly simple. It's a short, playful loop, more jingle than composition. And after a few episodes, you've pretty much gotten everything the song has to offer. You might skip it, but here's the magic: you don't ever actually hate it. Even after binging the entire season or rewatching the series for the 17th time, it never crosses into the annoying territory. That's a rare quality, especially in kids' TV music. So yes, while it isn't some masterful musical piece, it gets the job done, and it does it very well. Factoring in catchiness, accuracy to the show's vibe, and that rare non-irritating longevity, we're giving the music a 7.5 out of 10. Now let's take a look at the storytelling. Right off the bat, we've got to acknowledge the limitations here. The intro is just 25 seconds long, and it only features 4 words. Well, technically, actually just 4 names. And visually, all we really see is a cute little family dancing around together. So on the surface, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of storytelling going on. But let's dig a little deeper here. What can we gather from this short sequence? We meet a family of 4, and since the intro ends on Bluey, it's pretty clear she's the main character. Beyond that, we see a family that loves to dance, play, and enjoy life together. And in many ways, that's exactly what the show is about: finding joy and imagination in the small, everyday moments of family life. Still, while we can't extract that much, the storytelling is minimal. We don't learn much about the individual characters, their personalities, or any kind of overarching plot. To be fair though, Bluey isn't really a serialized show, aside from a few emotionally heavy hitters at the end of season 3, which I love. But there's not a grand narrative we're following episode to episode. It's mostly bite-sized standalone stories. But if we're being honest and objective, there's just not a whole lot of storytelling baked into the intro itself. We learn the characters' names and get a sense of the show's lighthearted tone, but beyond that, there's not much else going on. So unfortunately, storytelling is where the intro falls short. As much as I love the show, we have to call it like it is, and with that, we're giving storytelling a 2.5 out of 10, the lowest score in this category to date. And finally, we arrive at our last category, how captivating is the intro as a whole? As I've mentioned in past reviews, short intros like Bluey's actually have a big advantage here. When you only need to hold someone's attention for 25 seconds, especially in today's fast-paced scroll-happy world, you're already working with a lower bar. That's a plus for Bluey. We're not sitting through a 2-minute montage. We're in and we're out, quick and easy. Major points there. There's also something genuinely charming about what is shown. Whether it's Bluey busting out her adorable dance moves or Bandit rocking the sprinkler like he's the coolest dad on the block, it's wholesome and sweet. It gives you a little smile and sets the tone for a fun episode. But that's about it. Seriously, that's all there is. It's not exactly a visual feast or something you feel compelled to watch every time. It's cute, sure, but it doesn't evolve or surprise you, and it's easy to imagine most viewers hitting that skip button once they've seen it a few times. Then again, the intro is so short, most people probably don't even bother skipping it. By the time you've reached for the remote, it's already over, so maybe it earns a passive, meh, it's short, kind of fun, so whatever, from the average viewer. Still, if we're being completely honest, there's just not a lot of captivation here. It's pleasant but not gripping, fun but limited. So when it's all said and done, we're giving it a 5.5 out of 10 for captivation. So when we add all these scores up, we land a total of 15.5 out of 30, which averages out to 5.17 out of 10. Shockingly, this isn't the lowest rated intro we've reviewed thus far. If you're curious about that honor, go check out my very first review of The Office. Let's just say it didn't fare too well. Now, here are my final thoughts on Bluey's intro. Honestly, I do love it, but really that love is rooted in the music and how short and sweet the whole thing is. And in reality, no one really sits down to watch just one 7-minute episode of Bluey. So when the next episode autoplays, it's not really worth grabbing the remote to skip the intro. It's easier and more fun to just hum or sing along. That said, this intro is a different beast compared to ones like Arcane or The Last of Us, which are packed with visual storytelling and a deeper meaning. So in that sense, this review feels a bit like comparing apples to oranges. The score doesn't fully reflect the impact the intro has. It reflects the content it offers. Bottom line, there's no depth here, but that's not what it's trying to deliver. It's light, playful, and does exactly what it needs to do. Set the tone for a fun time with a lovable family. And in that regard, I call this intro a good success. Well, there you have it, a full review of the intro to Bluey. If you disagree with my take, go ahead and leave a dislike and let me know in the comments what I got wrong. If you enjoy this kind of content, consider subscribing so you don't miss the next review, and if there's an intro from a TV show, movie, or video game that you absolutely love, please drop it in the comments. I'm always looking for new video ideas from fans, and I will include that on my list. Anyways, thanks again for all of the support and for sticking around for another Too True SMEG review. Until next time.